Okay, so the Bible says, again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, do not break your oath, but fulfill the Lord the vows you have made. But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you not can make one hair white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything becomes bond that comes from the evil one. Okay, so people say, well, they read this and they think, well, oaths are evil. It comes from the evil one. Well, that's a thing I feel like there's context missing there because Jesus said in this passage, he didn't come to abolish the law, he came to fulfill it, and every other thing he mentions, he makes harder. Like murder, it's not just murder that's a sin, it's being angry at your brother that's a sin. So I think what he's saying here is more not that oaths are bad, but oaths shouldn't be given all the time. Oaths are for significant, important scenarios, and most of the time you should just say yes or no and let your word be the end all. Like, so if you say yes, you're going to do something, you're going to follow through and do it. And you don't need to do an oath about everything. You don't need to swear to God, I'll do that. I swear. You don't need to do that kind of thing. You just need to say, yes, I'll do it, and you'll do it. But like an oath in itself is not bad because I know firefighters give oaths, cops give oaths, a marriage vow is an oath, a baptism in a way is an oath. And, in a following verse coming up, it says, therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it, and anyone who swears by the temple swears by it, and anyone who dwells in it, and anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne, and anyone who sits on it. So this is saying if you're swearing to something, you swear your oath to God and that you'll promise God that you'll do it. You can't just swear by a chair because then you can throw the chair away and then, well, then your oath is not, it doesn't mean anything because the chair's gone away and the chair's not going to hold you accountable. And if you go back to, Numbers, it says, Moses said to the heads of tribes of Israel, this is what the Lord commands. When a man makes his vow to the Lord or takes an oath to obligate himself by a pledge, he must not break this word, but do everything he can to do what he said. And, as I said, Jesus came to fulfill the law, not get rid of it. So if that's the law, he came to fulfill that. But the deal is, literally, everyone has taken an oath in their life, whether it be a doctor, a military person, a president, a marriage vow, a baptism, a firefighter, a cop, the Pledge of Allegiance. I can go on and on. So, oaths in themselves are not necessarily bad. It's just if you're going to do them, you have to make sure it's a significant occasion and you have to mean it and you have to like in your heart you have to follow it. You have to like promise God that you'll hold that oath accountable. Now, if someone says to take out the trash, you don't need to take an oath to take the garbage out. You just say, "Yes, I'll take the garbage out," and you follow through with your word and you do it. But like if you're getting married and it's like a significant occasion like that, an oath is appropriate. That's what I think that verse means. And if anyone's wondering, this is New International Version, and this one is a King James Version, which is a Masonic edition. In the beginning, you have like the dates you became a Mason and stuff. It's just a King James Bible. I thought of some even more examples to give. As I said, I can go on and on and on. If you apply as an immigrant to be a citizen, you have to give an oath. When you go to court, you have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. That's an oath. Every politician who runs for office has to give an oath in office. And it's not just Masons who give oaths. Every other fraternal organization out there gives oaths, whether it be the Elks, the Oddfellows, the Moose, the Eagles, or I'm sure even college frats you have to give oaths. I'm in a college frat. I don't know, but I'm like 80% sure you do. And even in some religions, for example, like Catholics, the priest has to give like a vow or an oath to be celibate and to not give away, the secrets that people tell them in confession. So in a way, that's an oath of secrecy because if you can't tell people the secrets then that people told you, it's an oath of secrecy. So Oaths are just everywhere. So if the Bible says that oaths is evil and people take that text as face value, then everyone in their life is living an unbiblical value. I mean, so it's one of those things where oaths I don't think are necessarily bad. It's just you're not supposed to do them all the time. It's only for, like I said, significant occasions.